Hello student, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss unit conversion. Unit conversion is one of the important topic of science. It's very important in physics, chemistry and somewhere in biology as well. How to convert unit of any physical quantity. So conversion of unit. Let me take one example of any physical quantity, length. Length is our physical quantity and the SI unit. SI unit is the international system of unit of any physical quantity. So it means there are so many units of length, but most accepted unit is meter. And the symbol of meter is small m. Okay? What are the other units? We can use centimeters, millimeters, and lots of other units. Okay, let me take one example. 23 meter. Okay, if we convert unit from meter to centimeter, the magnitude or the value will be changed. Now 23 meter will become 2300 centimeter. It means when we convert unit, the magnitude will be changed. There will be some relation in meter and centimeter, so we have to study that, how to convert unit and what is that relation. If we understand the relation, then it will be easy to convert unit of any value, of any physical quantity. For the unit conversion, most important thing is prefix. We have to understand the prefix. So first of all, we have this baseline. Baseline, it means the values are 1. Above 1, these are the larger quantity. Below 1, these are the smaller quantity. Larger quantity is, let's say example, kilo. Symbol is K. And what is the value of kilo? It's 1000. And in the standard form, 1000 can be written as 10 power 3. Why 3? Because there are 3 zeros. The second prefix is mega. And the symbol is capital M. And what is the value of mega? It's 1 and 6 zeros. Means 1 million, 6. If there are 6 zeros, so we can write it as 10 power 6 in the standard form. Yeah, so these two are bigger unit. Okay, now the lower units. So the first lower unit that we have is deci. The symbol of this deci is small d. Okay, and it's the 1/10 of the baseline. 1/10 of the baseline, it will be 1 upon 10. 1 upon 10, it means the 10 power 1. And if we bring this 10 power 1 to the numerator, it will become -1. So it can be written as 10 power -1. So that's our deci. Then we have centi. Centi is small c, is the 100th portion, 100th part of the baseline. So we can write it as 1 upon 100. And 100 can be written as 10 power 2. Why? Because there are 2 zeros over here. Okay. Now if we bring this 10 power 2 to the numerator, it will become 10 power -2. Likewise, we have millimeter. So we use prefix milli. Milli is small m. Now here you have to understand, millimeter is milli is having symbol small m. Even meter is having symbol small m, but This one is our prefix and the meter is our base unit. Okay, so there is a difference. So milli is thousandth portion of baseline. So we can write it as 1 upon 1000, which can be written as 1 upon 10 power 3. Now you know very well, if you bring this 10 power 3 to the numerator, it will become 10 power minus 3. Then we have micro. The symbol of micro is mu. Okay, it looks like U. Okay, so that's our micrometer. And micrometer is 1 upon 1 million. It means 6 zeros, which can be written as 1 upon 10 power 6, and which can be written as 10 power minus 6. So let me give a number to all the quantities, all the prefix. So this is our first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and now the seventh one is nano. Okay, nano is 1 upon 10 power 9. So it will be 10 power negative of 9. Okay, so these are our prefix. Kilo and mega, these are the bigger unit, more than 1. And below 1 we have deci, which is 1 upon 10 and can be written as 10 power minus 1. Centi is 1 upon 100, 10 power minus 2. Then milli, 10 power minus 3. Micro, 10 power minus 6. And nano, 10 power minus 9. So interestingly, in most of the prefixes, there is a difference of 10 power 3. It means if you go from baseline to higher side to the larger value, it will increase by 10 power 3 every time. So if you go from baseline to kilo, increase by 10 power 3. Again kilo to mega, increase by 10 power 3, so it will become 6. Likewise, if you go to the smaller units, baseline to millimeter, 10 power minus 3. Again millimeter to micro, power is reduced by 3, so minus 6. Again from micro to nano, power is reduced by negative 3, so it will be 10 power minus 9. So there is a trend of 10 power 3 in larger unit and in the smaller unit as well. You can remember it, it will be easy for you to convert units. Now, how to use this prefix? To understand this prefix is not the goal. We have to use this prefix to convert units. Okay, let me take example of length. Length. We know the SI unit of length is meter. Small m, you can write meter as well. What is the relation of meter with other units? Example, 1 meter. We have to convert all the units into 1 meter. So 1 meter is our baseline for the length. Now we'll discuss about lower unit. What about 1 decimeter? How many meters are there in 1 decimeter? So we know deci is 10 raised to minus 1. So it will be 10 raised to minus 1 meter. You just have to remember the prefix. Deci. Deci is 1 upon 10. 10th part of meter. So 10th part of meter, it will be 10 power minus 1. Second, centi. 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? Centi, if you remember, centi is 10 raised to minus 2. So 10 power minus 2 meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meters. Okay. Why it's a negative? Because centimeter is smaller unit. If you convert any smaller unit to the bigger unit, so we are converting centimeter to meter. Meter is the bigger unit and centimeter is the smaller unit. When you go from smaller to bigger unit, power is always negative. Do remember this thing. When you go from smaller unit to bigger unit, you will get negative power. Likewise, if you go from bigger unit to smaller unit, power will be positive. Okay? So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Then what do we have? Millimeter. So 1 millimeter 1 millimeter, it's going to be 10 power minus 3 meter. Likewise, 1 micrometer will be, micro is 10 raised to minus 6. If you remember from the prefix, micro is 10 raised to minus 6. So 1 micrometer will be 10 power minus 6 meter. And the nanometer, last one, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So we are going from smaller unit to bigger unit. Over here we are going from smaller to bigger, so always you have negative power. Now let's talk about bigger unit. What about 1 kilometer? So how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? We remember that kilo is 10 power 3 or 1000. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, or we can say 10 raised to power 3 meter. What about mega? So 1 megameter, mega is capital M. It's not small m, okay? Mega is capital M and meter is small m. If you remember, mega is 10 power 6. So we can write 1 megameter is equal to 10 power 6 meter. Yeah. Likewise, if 1 decimeter is to 10 raised to power minus 1 meter, what about 1 meter is equal to how many decimeter? What about 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? Now this time you are going from bigger unit to smaller unit. If you remember what I told you, when you go from bigger unit to smaller unit, you will always get positive value, positive power. Okay, so 1 meter is equal to deci. Deci is 10 power minus 1. So as we are going from bigger to smaller, it will be positive 1. So 10 power 1. So it means within 1 meter we have 10 decimeters. Okay. So how many centimeters do we have in 1 meter? 10 power 2. How many millimeters? So we know 1 meter is equal to 10 power 3, or we can say 1000 millimeter. What about micrometer? So 1 meter is equal to 10 power 6 micrometer. Micro is mu. And 1 meter is equal to 10 power 9 nanometers. But what about, now we convert meter into kilometer. So 1 meter is equal to how many kilometers? If you observe, we are going from smaller to bigger unit. Opposite, smaller to bigger. It means the power will be negative. And what is the difference between meter and kilometer? 10 power 3. So it will be 10 power negative 3. Negative because we are going from smaller to bigger unit. Likewise, if you convert 1 meter into megameter, so it will be 10 power minus 6. Jot it down. One, two, three. Okay. So let me take one question. Convert, let's say 35 nanometer into meter. Try this question. Done? Let me try. 35 nanometer to meter. So we are going from smaller unit to bigger unit. So this one is our smaller unit and meter is our bigger unit. And if you remember, nanometer and meter. Meter is the baseline and nanometer is the lower unit. What was the difference? 10 raised to power minus 9, if you remember. Yeah. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. Then 35 nanometer is equal to how much? You can do the cross multiplication. So we can write 35 nanometer. So no need to write unit right now. So 35 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 9 upon 1, which can be written as 35 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So 35 nanometer will be 35 into 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. That is a trick. When you go from smaller unit to bigger unit, you can directly write 35 nanometer method 2. Method 2. This one is our method 1. Okay. This method works only for smaller unit to bigger unit. Okay. So 35 nanometer. So if we remove the nano, we can remember from the prefix, nano is always 10 raised to minus 9. So 35 into 10 raised to minus 9 nano. So nano can be written as 10 raised to minus 9, and meter will remain as it is. Okay. So 35 into 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So that's our answer. So this is how we can convert unit